Hello, everyone. This is Clarence Godino again. I know it's been about 2 years since the last video update that I've done. This is regarding the public inquiry that we're demanding into the Financial Service Commission of Ontario. At the time, when COVID kind of started and everything was kind of being shut down, even reaching out to the politicians and MPPs, etc., were all being pushed forward indefinitely due to the pandemic. So that's why we kind of shut down the actions that we were taking with regards to putting more pressure on taking the steps to hopefully get to the place where we can be successful with getting a public inquiry, I guess, moving. But now that things have been opened up for a little while, getting better, the excuse of delaying any kind of correspondence or meetings or anything due to the pandemic is actually not as valid now as it was before. So, I was actually considering at this point to take the next steps in our process. Now, the MPPs at Queen's Park, obviously they're at their summer break now, but in September, I believe the week of the 12th, is when they're actually going to be back again. And that week, when they get back, I'm actually planning on, between now and then, rallying any supporters of the petition that we had done online, as well as anyone else, that has an interest in this. So first off, FISCO, the Financial Service Commission of Ontario, just as a reminder, was replaced a few years back. And they were replaced by FISRA, who's the Financial Service Regulatory Authority. That's the current regime. But the prior was replaced due to many, issues within their mandate, as per the 2014 and 2016 Auditor General report, and then the recommendation that was made after by a panel that they need to be replaced. Now, the Financial Service Commission of Ontario were, the body that would overlook mortgages, life insurance, home and auto insurance, and certain pensions in Ontario. So by them being replaced, especially due to issues within their mandate, there is a great potential of financial impact to residents of Ontario that kind of relied on them for protection in these areas. And again, there's a few areas, and many people that are part of the petition are specifically supporting due to a specific issue regarding mortgage investments. And that actually is one of the big areas that impacted many with, the impact on financial resources in the hundreds of millions of dollars. So again, there's various people that have an interest in having a public inquiry done. It should be a standard practice when a body like that is replaced due to issues within the way they, were performing or handling their mandate, that there should be an investigation into seeing if there was any negative impact to the public because of that. At this point, ever since we've, started this challenge, the response has been that, oh, well, we've, changed the body now. We've replaced FISCO with FISRA and everything's all good. And that's all well and good and great, moving forward to have something that may be improved. But that doesn't mean we ignore what happened in the past and let all the people that may have had a negative impact basically just be left to deal with it. Again, there's a lot of specific issues with FISCO with regards to not only the way they monitored and handled certain situations, but also there is evidence potentially of them, getting making certain decisions based on pressure that they were receiving from third-party forces. And realistically, being a regulatory body, your job should be to follow the specific processes and steps, and not really allow outside influences to impact your decisions, especially when it affects this many people and this much financial resources. So again, I just wanted to put out a quick message just to get you a little update as to what's happening and what the plan is. And at this point, yeah, it is the week of September 12th that they'll be returning. And I was thinking it would be advantageous to get people's support now. And basically, how you can reach out to me is the email address investorvoice@hotmail.com. That's investorvoice@hotmail.com. And basically, you can let me know your interest of being involved, and then maybe which dates for the week of the 12th that you may be available. I think it would be advantageous to have a presence at Queen's Park for at least three days minimum, if not the entire week of a group. I will be getting together signage and so on that we would be able to use. And again, there may be many issues and I guess different thoughts of of kind of getting to the end result that we're looking for here, but we need to keep the message focus on the direct result that we're hoping to get. So if we're trying to get a public inquiry into the Financial Service Commission of Ontario, that should be the main focus of that, because speaking or a point at an event like this that we're doing, talking about any other angle or any other issue will just give them an excuse to basically also excuse themselves from the situation altogether. So although many people may have different thoughts with regards to their particular circumstance, which is totally fine, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a matter of having a different angle and something else that we can use that can maybe help. And I think many of the people that are at a loss at this point, there's limited opportunity to potentially recoup their losses. And I think that the public inquiry, if that's done, especially since there were Auditor General reports and the recommendation report of Fiscal's replacement that does talk about their challenges and their issues, that it's very hard to not imagine that public inquiry wouldn't find fault. And once that fault is found, that's when we can take the next steps about potential restitution. And that I think is the best way to help the majority of people that are affected to at least recoup as much as possible. Now, there are other people out there doing different actions. And again, I'm not here to tell people what to do. I'm just here to kind of share my thoughts and what I've seen. And if people want to, support this as well, it's not a matter of saying, hey, I want to support one or the other. It's whatever is going to help you get what you've lost back. And the more, I guess, avenues you have going with that, the better chances of doing something. So again, I'm not here to tell people what to do. And even in the past, when I did, have my previous videos, it was more directed to having people do their research, basically protect themselves in whatever choices that they make by making sure they know the facts. And that's really all that I've been saying. Not that anyone's right or wrong, just about, hey, why don't you, check the facts. There are a lot of people that are trying other angles. And recently there have been certain things in the news and certain, I guess, things that have come up over the last maybe month or so that certain people will use in order to leverage certain actions to their benefit. And this is why I'm saying just be cognizant of what they could be utilizing that for. But realistically, the main purpose is even in other areas that people are kind of leading you to, which is again nothing wrong with that, but just make sure that you're doing your own due diligence. Make sure you're doing your research. If they're trying to have you join certain potential lawsuits, make sure you see what the case is about. Ensure that that maybe previous cases that would have been done in the same angle, kind of understand how they ended, what the end result was, and if there's anything different in the case that they're proposing now. If it's the same as the previous one, well, then you're likely going to get a similar result. So just make sure you're not kind of protecting yourself from potentially losing more if you have to put other resources out or anything like that. So again, you can reach me at investorvoice@hotmail.com. You can let me know your interest with regards to your availability the week of September 12th. To actually be in person at Queen's Park, with signage outside. Hopefully we can get a large enough group to be there, because again, with anything political, it all comes down to the number of voters that are impacted. So, obviously that the week there's going to be potentially a lot of other causes that are also going to be out there. And, the ones that seem to have the bigger amount of people that are impacted are the ones that they're going to look at. So, again, regardless of what you feel is right or wrong, it doesn't hurt to try to get an investigation done in this case, especially since, again, if they weren't replaced, it would be hard to say, hey, we need to do an inquiry. But because that they have been, and it was due to cause, there is a good chance, to request something like this and put pressure to get something like this. So we can't like avoid that and lose this opportunity. So again, feel free to reach out to me. I will be doing a further update probably in a couple weeks, maybe mid-August. But in the meantime, I'm just trying to get an idea of how many people we have to support, how much interest there is. Again, if you're someone that had signed the petition, because everyone that signed will be receiving this update. If you are someone that did sign the petition, please ensure that that petition is still alive, even though it was created some years ago now. You can still share it. You can still ask your neighbors, your friends, to support it. If you were impacted, all you got to say is, hey, I was impacted by this, and I really appreciate your support. The Financial Service Commission of Ontario was replaced by a new body because of cause. But at this point, the government's not done anything to see or to investigate the impact on the public. And there may be many people that are affected. Many may not even know that they're affected. So, it would be advantageous to all to sign this petition in order to have a proper investigation done and not let them just, push anything under the rug. So that really is, I guess, the way that you can kind of talk about this. And yes, there is a vested interest really to everyone in Ontario, because again, there's a lot of different areas that that was part of the mandate. And when the public inquiry is done, it will be, for everything. So again, I'd say, if you need some further assistance with this, please check my other videos that I posted before. They're all on my YouTube channel. When I link this video, I'll link the details to everyone that's receiving this as well. So if you want to review it and kind of understand really what's going on, you can do that. So again, I appreciate your time. Thanks very much. It's just a quick update I wanted to make, kind of put out there. So again, I look forward to hearing from you, and likely doing another update in about 2 weeks or so. Thanks very much for your time. Have a good day.